What's up, good people? It's your boy Loss, OSS 980, other side of sports. You now tune into the Live Factory. I'm in here. We got the picks. Me and Aaron, we talked, we conferred, we aligned. We got the picks this year. Last week we went 4 for 5. The Detroit Lions screwed us, though. They got us good, had everything else hit. Um, we got hit up. We got hit up by the they got us, man. It was a dirty move. They played on us, but we back. We're gonna try to keep the locks in there for you this week. We just gonna get into it. We're not gonna waste a whole bunch of time. LA Rams at the Tennessee Titans. 1 o'clock tilt. You got the Rams favored -5.5. It's in Tennessee. Tennessee had a rough go at it the first week. I think they'll be better, but I think they'll lose this one. I'm taking the Rams minus the 5.5 on that. Then we got Seattle Seahawks at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are favored -3 at home. This one could really go either way. I like Pittsburgh and what they did in the first game versus the Jets. That was the divisional matchup. They were motivated. This one's in Pittsburgh. Seattle has to travel. I'm going with Pittsburgh to win this game. Probably would tease Pittsburgh down to the 2.5, -2.5, just to cover. They may cover by a field goal, but I still like Pittsburgh in this one. Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets. This is a divisional matchup. Jets played the Pittsburgh Steelers last week tough and just couldn't get out of that joint with a win. They cut Gibson. And looks like the new regime, like they just have different expectations for that team. I think this joint will be closer than people anticipate. They got Buffalo -6.5. I just think that's going to be tough for Buffalo. I think New York Jets are a little bit better than what that's being portrayed. So I'm going to go with the Jets to cover the 6.5. If you want to be safe, I would tease the Jets at 8.5 points, and that would just that make it safe. But I like the Jets on to play Buffalo tough. Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. Detroit definitely laid an egg last week, and I think there was a lot of changes with that, just the offense and the defense, and Chicago coming off a Monday night game. They're coming into this one where they played Minnesota. Uh, I think that this game being in Detroit, changes it. Detroit definitely gonna get back. I think the team will be ready to play. I got Detroit covering. I don't have them winning by 6.5, but I have Detroit winning. This is I don't say the coming home game for Ben Johnson, playing against his former team. Definitely gonna be motivated there. Definitely gonna be motivations on Dan Campbell's side to have Detroit and get a W in the win column. So I'm going with Detroit. I'm not gonna be scarred from last week's failure. I'll go with Detroit, but I think they win. I would tease it down to 2.5, 3.5 to win. Not a whole touchdown essentially is a little tough by my stretch. In divisional game and with the motivations behind it. New York Giants. One other thing I'll say about the Chicago Bears, like Caleb Williams is probably like I I can already tell that there's not a lot of support for him from the coaching, and don't be surprised if Baggett or Badgett, the backup quarterback, don't be surprised if like we get to week like 6 and they're talking about putting him in the game. So just prepare yourselves for that. New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are favored -4.5. Most books have them -4.5. Some places -5.5. I do like the Dallas Cowboys to cover. I just think this game will. I'm not so sold that it's just going to be a blowout. Though. I think that this game um, will be a little closer than people anticipate, and this actually eh, could be a hook. It could be a hook. But yeah, I like Dallas to win, and they should win. But I would expect the Giants to play this one tough. Divisional matchup and all of those things. So yeah, Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are favorite minus 11 and a half. They're at home, and typically when they're at home, they win big. They're coming off a bad loss, so that they're trying to get that taste of that lost out. And I think they're gonna play Cleveland. Cleveland's not no slouch, dog. Defensively, they're pretty stout. I just don't know that they'll be able to score with the Baltimore Ravens, and so I think the Ravens win. That 11 and a half is a little tricky. I think they win by like 10. Like I think they win by 10. I think it's like final score is like, you know, 31-21 or something like that, or 24-14 or something like that. So yeah, I I wouldn't take it at the 11 and a half. Even though Baltimore could easily go out and blow Cleveland out, I these divisional matchups, you just gotta be careful. San Francisco at New Orleans Saints. San Francisco's favored -3. This is a bad spot. This is actually a trap game for San Francisco. They got to travel to New Orleans. They're playing Matt Jones because Brock Purdy's going to be out. They already had injuries. Are you going to lean more on Christian McCaffrey, who, there's been concerns around his health and he's been kind of held. They're trying to yeah, it's a bad spot for San Fran. I'm going with the New Orleans Saints to get a W here. New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are favored -2.5. I think everybody, general public sentiment is that the Miami Dolphins will figure it out and get rolling and get back on the right track. And I just don't necessarily think that's the case. I just don't think that's the case. I think that they'll try to do some things different, but some of the systemic issues that team is having is not like it just doesn't. It's not a switch you just flip over. I think New England gets a W in this game. And I think this is the upset right here for this game. So I probably would take the New England Patriots and tease them +4.5. Yeah, but I think this game is a lot closer than people think it will be. And yeah, Miami, I just think they have real issues offensively and defensively. So yeah, I'm going with New England in this one. Yeah, teasing at 4.5. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Cincinnati Bengals. Jacksonville is underdogs away at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's favorite -3.5. I think that line is about accurate. I would. I tend to think, man. Let me just go look at my notes real quick because as I go through all of the games and do my extensive research, I'm looking at all of the factors that go into it. Let me see here. Let me see here. And we got the Cincinnati Bengals. My notes here. Ravens, Saints, 49ers. We almost there. Just hang in there with me. You want these picks, don't you? You want these winners. These winner chicken dinners. Then just give me a second here. We went through that game already. Giants went through that one. Jets. All right, let's see here. And then we got, yeah. So yeah. If the Dolphins win this game, it's gonna be close. So I mean, I like the Dolphins plus the 4.5. Yep. Then I got the Bengals. So yeah, so I think the Bengals win this game outright. I think they win it by 3.5. I'm taking that spread. I think Cincinnati wins this game. Uh, maybe by 7 points, maybe 27-20, something like that. I'm going with Cincinnati in this one. Carolina Panthers at Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are favorite -6.5. I don't like the Cardinals -6.5 though. I just think those type of spreads are just tough for teams to cover. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with. And Carolina did not do anything to impress me last week. They literally look like they regressed, and maybe this is just maybe um maybe Bryce Young just needs to sit and watch from the sideline for a couple weeks before he like gets in gameplay mode. I don't know, but yeah, as of right now, I have no confidence in Carolina um, football. But I think 7 points for Arizona is a little steep. I know it's in Carolina. I know Carolina has to travel. I mean, Carolina could. I mean, Arizona could win this game by double digits. That's definitely plausible. But I think that Carolina will regroup and at least somewhat keep this game close. Denver at Indianapolis Colts. Colts coming off the big win. Denver's -2.5 away. Uh, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Uh, I probably would go with. I think the safe pick is Indianapolis +6.5. If you want to tease it, I think that's the safe pick. I mean, Indy can run the football. Daniel Jones is serviceable, but I think he will turn the ball over in this game. It's in Indianapolis, so that I mean that kind of leans in the favor of Indy. I mean, Denver should win this game. I think they have the better team, but I mean, confidence is a real thing, and when teams get a big win in week one, coming into week two, it just I don't know. I don't know. That's a tricky one. I might stay away from that game. It's just a tricky one. Philly at Kansas City. Kansas City's favorite minus Philly's favorite now -1.5 or one a lot some places. I like Kansas City +3.5, so I would take Kansas City +3.5. Philadelphia secondary just looked like there just was too many holes with that. I know they have a good pass rush, and but yeah, I'm going with Kansas City +3.5. Arizona at Atlanta at Minnesota. Minnesota's favorite -3.5 at home Monday night or Sunday night game. Atlanta played, they played tough against Tampa Bay last week. Can they hang with Minnesota? Minnesota coming off the Monday night game. Yeah, I I like Atlanta to this is another one that's tough to call. I mean, Minnesota could win. I like Atlanta though. I like Atlanta to cover the spread. I think it's a close one. I think like 24-20, 24-21, or like 21-17, something along the lines of there. But yeah, I like Atlanta to cover plus. I would tease it to +4.5. Tampa Bay at Houston. Uh, Houston's favorite -2.5 at home versus Tampa Bay. I don't see it. I think Tampa Bay has a better team, better defense. Houston's offensive line troubles have been like bad. Yeah, I like Tampa Bay +3.5 here um, to cover the spread. Then you have the LA Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders. Chargers are favorite -3.5. Some places in -3. The FanDuel Sportsbook versus the Raiders. I like the Chargers versus the Raiders as well. I like the Chargers based upon their defense and what they present, and so I like the Chargers to win this game, and I would tease that down to 2.5. Yeah. So my locks for this week, I think Cincinnati is a lot to win. So money line Cincinnati, I like that pick as a lot. Um, I think that other lock is Kansas City +3.5. I think that's another lock there. And then I would also lock Baltimore Ravens minus. If you want to be on the safe side, I would do minus 3.5. Baltimore Ravens. It could be close, but I think Baltimore Ravens, like, they just have a better team, and they should run away with that joint. I know Flacco used to play with Baltimore, so it's gonna be, he definitely want to try to stick it to Baltimore. I think just Baltimore, like, after their loss last week, they're gonna come out aggressive. Games that I will watch out for that I think are hooks that you potentially some value there to take the underdog team. New Orleans, I definitely think that there's some potential there. Um, and I would say another game is the New England game. New England versus Miami. So if you want to, like, try to get some points, or increase your EV, like, I like New England, and I like, yeah, yeah. Those are the games I'm like, yeah. I think LA, the Rams versus Tennessee. Uh, yeah, I think that's a lot. LA money line is a lot. So LA money line, Baltimore -3.5, Cincinnati money line, Kansas City +3.5 are my locks. Good luck to everybody. This for entertainment purposes only. Don't call me if something go wrong. I did the research. This is what you in good hands. Uh, Follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the games. I'm out. Peace.